That's just you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the Q&A. Taking questions from the chat that have been collected during the entirety of the show. So first and foremost, we have a question from Scopes. Would you rather go fishing or go for a hike?
Fishing. For one reason, and that is it is a lot harder to drink beer and carry said beer on a hike. Whereas you just got to carry a cooler, set it down by the water, you're good when you fish.
Yep.
I've seen way too many. I have the mountains right by me, which a lot of people like to go hiking in, but I don't want to get fucking killed by a bear. So I've been on a couple hikes in our mountains.
I don't want to get surprised butt sex by a moose.
I'd rather go fishing.
Yeah, I'll take fishing hands down. I've actually gone on a couple deep sea fishing trips off the coast of Florida, and those have actually always been super fun. Weenie asked, why did you get a bowling score of 79? Answer and discuss. Thank you. Next question. No, my last bowling game was pretty bad, but Weenie didn't. She didn't bring up the first two games where she got her ass spanked. I don't even know if I won the first two either. Filer kicked our ass, and all. Filer's had been bowling in leagues before, and he was getting like anywhere in between 150 and 190 every game, so he was spanking us hard. I also did not do too well because my finger hurt. Okay. Next question. Scopes asks, what is the most disgusting alcoholic beverage you've ever had?
Dickel whiskey. That's literally the name of the fucking whiskey. Dickel. Dickel.
And you said you've never had a guy suck your penis before. You're talking about Dickel whiskey?
I'll put it to you this way. Me and my friends used to use that, and we called it the reset button. When you would start getting too drunk and the world would start spinning, you just knew you had to throw up. You take a shot of this shit, and it wouldn't matter if you hadn't had a drink yet that day. You were throwing up.
Gross.
The old Dickles.
That shit's disgusting, and Sambuca's disgusting.
Sambuca is fucking gross. I'm gonna go with the most disgusting. What's supposed to be good, or the most disgusting thing I've drank? What's the question?
I think it was the most disgusting alcoholic beverage that you had drank.
Yep.
So when I was in the Army, we went. A bunch of buddies of mine when I was at Fort Hood. We took a beach trip and we went down to Corpus Christi, Texas, Padre Island, and we went down there.
Spring break. Woo!
It wasn't even spring break. It was just we went down there and we were drinking all day, whatever, and then we were gonna be taking a trip back to the hotel in the evening. And we got back to the trucks and the cars. My buddy had like a Bronco, and he had one of the beers that we had loaded up in the coolers had fallen out in the back of the Bronco. Had just been sitting in the back of his Bronco like all day, just baking in the sun.
Yummy.
And so he goes, "Hey man, I'll give you $5 if you shotgun that beer right now." And I was like, "You're on."
Wait, how? $5?
Yeah, $5.
Wow, you didn't raise the price on that?
I probably should have, but I was balls deep in plenty of beer, so I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I fucking shotgunned this beer. I made it about 3/4 of the way threw the beer down, and just chucked all over the goddamn sand, just everywhere. Warm beer, shotgunned. Oh, God.
Yummy.
Disgusting.
Yeah, exactly. Texas Country Bell. The military in a nutshell. You just drink beer to drink beer. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on the same thing where like the grossest thing I've drank, I know a lot of people like them, and I'm sure we're gonna get some people that are like, "Oh my god, I love those. What are you talking about?" But a while ago, I had a paralyzer, and I almost threw up.
I don't know what that is.
Me either.
Is that a Canadian thing?
I know it's a song. Paralyzer.
Am I thinking of the right drink?
Angels and Airwaves?
Uh,
What song, Jimmy?
Hang on, I'll tell you.
Is
I
that a
remember the name
roofie?
of the
It's,
Oh wait, finger
can I
11.
get
Yes,
the Bill
Finger 11.
Cosby?
Thank you.
It
Yeah.
says it's cola, coffee liqueur, vodka, and milk.
Sounds like a mudslide.
That sounds
Maybe.
gross.
Or
Yeah.
what is it again? So what are the ingredients?
It said, well, this I just Googled what it was because I had to make sure I was thinking of the right one. And it says pour in the cola, coffee liqueur, vodka, and milk. Stir briefly and top with the cherry.
I mean, that just sounds like a White Russian with Coke.
Maybe. I could be one of those things where it's just called something different down there. But
Yeah.
I remember I had somebody bought me one when it was my birthday, and I'd been drinking rum and cokes all night. And I had one of those, and I was done. I was
Milk was a bad decision.
Like, I just, yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't sound good at all to me.
Yeah.
I can't really. I had a drink that the first sip I loved, and then the fourth sip I hated. When we were in Long Beach for TwitchCon, we all went to that brunch place that Black Wrath took us to, and we got those Bloody Marys.
Oh,
There was a Bloody Mary that was. It tasted like a fucking chimney. It was so
Minstrel?
smoky. What?
Menstrual.
Yeah, was it minstrel?
so menstrual.
Not menstrual.
As you
The
described,
opposite.
the earlier drinks.
Bringing it around.
Menstrual, baby.
Cyclical. This podcast is cyclical.
Yes. And it tasted okay the first sip, and then like halfway through it, it just got super gross. It was, and I couldn't even finish it. It's not often that I don't finish an alcoholic drink. It has to taste really shitty in order for me to not finish it. Other than that, the only other time where I took a drink and I almost gagged, we were at a bar here in Detroit, and they had one of those LED shelves for all of the bottles of liquor. Well, it was lit with fucking incandescent bulbs, not LEDs. So all of the liquor was fucking warm.
Ugh.
And me and my buddy Randy got shots of Jim Beam Red Stag, and they were almost hot. They were warm / hot.
Yummy.
I probably stood at the bar for a good 45 seconds to a minute just trying not to throw up. Just, this is so disgusting. Also, did not realize until, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago that it was Jim Beam and not Jim Bean. I've been saying Jim Bean as in flick the bean for 27 years. I had no idea. Just fucking
Hey.
up.
I got a
know.
buddy who's addicted to Jim Beam, so I know it very well.
It's disgusting. Even cold, it's disgusting. All right, last question. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Just Henry asked, so I know this is semi-late, but what is your opinion on bully hunters?
Don't
We
care.
kinda- yeah, it's pretty much extreme old news at this point. Stupid idea, even stupider execution. Stupider,
Yeah.
as I say.
Let's be professional hypocrites.
Yes. And make money off of it as well
Yeah.
by partnering with Steel Series to sell some headsets. Talk about the biggest joke of 2018.
Let's fight douchebags with douchebags.
Get the fuck out of here, bully hunters. Get the fuck out.
Good intentions, because
Yeah,
if anybody
whatever.
needs a little more support on the internet in the gaming world, it's females.
Listen, you know what? I totally agree with you, but here's the thing. If she had even half a fucking brain, she should have thought to herself, maybe this isn't the best idea. I don't know, man. I feel like that's on her. That's
Agreed.
on her. Yeah.
I agree.
That's on
And
her.
it's only after the fact that you realize, holy shit,
Yeah.
this was a terrible idea.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said originally, who gives a fuck? Who gives a
Right.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oddly
last-
enough, speaking of bullies in general, they had some sort of rally in my town for bullying awareness or some shit.
Was it
In my
cyberbullying or
in my podunk fucking nowhere town?
were there
they
lots of
they had-
guns?
I have no fucking idea.
Was
Did
it
they have
people?
Did they have a picture of your face with like a red circle with the cross through?
Nah, I was a fucking nerd when I was in high school. I just kept to myself and told everybody to fuck off.
This man said if we didn't buy guns, he was gonna come shoot us.
He's a bully.
I don't know what the fuck it was about. Obviously, I didn't go. But that's just weird. I live in a town of like 1,000 people. There's nobody here. So, I don't know.
Last question from Scopes. Middle, can you please do the pon-pon?
What?
It's the ninja dance when I don't know if it's when he wins a round or if he wins like 20 rounds in a row. He has a special
I honestly
dance that
think
he
at
does.
this point it's like fucking timed.
Is
I
it?
don't even.
Or if somebody donates a shitload of money, I'll do it.
I don't even know that dance because I don't really watch Ninja.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll put
I
the
couldn't
email
tell you.
in chat. This literally all the entire fucking the entire dance is just this.
Give please. Oh. It is
Yeah.
give please with fucking a new skin on it.
If you look up fucking pon on
I'm sure if I
On
Googled
YouTube.
that and Ninja, I'm sure I'd find it.
it's the
100%.
first video that comes up.
Yep.